Hey! Does anybody still remember Bart Baker? Well, if some of you don't know who he is, Bart Baker is a YouTube comedian slash parody artist who created his YouTube channel sometime in 2006. Known for parodying the likes of Ariana Grande, Meghan, Trainor, Taylor Swift, Kanye West, etc., his parodies would gain tens of millions of views. In fact, some of his parodies have even gone up to 100 million views, like his Katy Perry Dark Horse parody and Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball parody. In fact, even Shawn Mendes, who's big in the modern pop industry, is a fan of Bart Baker and wanted him to do the parody of his song Stitches. And because of all of this, he managed to gain 10 million subscribers, becoming a diamond play button YouTuber. But recently, things ended up taking quite an unfortunate turn. His channel has been losing hundreds, if not thousands of subscribers. In fact, he lost up to 20,000 subscribers last month. So, what happened? Why did his channel all of a sudden started dying? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the reasons why I think Bart's channel could have died. I'm not saying one of them in particular could have killed Bart's channel, but I'm just saying all four of them might have had an impact on his channel one way or another. And I'm not making this video as any kind of hate message towards Bart himself. So if he's watching this, I want to see him grow. I want him to still continue making parodies on his channel. So, with that said, let's begin. Number 0, beginning. Before I could go over some of the stuff that's happened with his parodies nowadays, let's take a look back then and see what kind of stuff he's been doing beforehand. Before he started using YouTubers in his parodies and before he showed himself on camera, he actually used elderly men and women for his parodies. Some of them are funny, while others are just plain weird and creepy. And I'm not saying that as an insult to those that actually were in the parodies, I'm just saying it's just... it's weird. And the first ever parody he did with these said elderly men and women was a parody of Justin Bieber's Eeny Meeny, titled Teeny Weeny. God, I wish I was making some of this stuff up. This was also around the time when he actually named his parodies, like California Girls turned into California Boys, E.T. turned into E.D., Super Bass turned into Super Fake, and the funniest one for me, the one that got away turned into My Grandpa's Super Gay. Curse me and my stupid sense of humor. This was also around the time when he did original skits rather than just parodies, like for example, Extreme Green Screeners, a 2-minute short film of two guys with very heavy country accents doing a bunch of green screen films. And he also did a bunch of auto-tune remixes as well, which is very interesting. Some of them even gaining just as much success as his parodies, like his Justin Bieber Hit by Water Bottle auto-tune remix. I have to say, looking back at these parodies, it's really interesting to see where he started from. And it's also really interesting to see how much he's changed as well. So now that we know about the whole history of Bart's parodies, let's take a look at the stuff that he's done now and see what caused his channel to start dying. Number 1, overhype. One thing that Bart has been doing lately that has probably gotten onto a lot of his fans' nerves is that he's been hyping his parodies too much. He's made video after video about how he was working on a parody of Lil Pump's Gucci Gang. Then, when the parody came out, it was alright. I just didn't think it needed a bunch of trailers and sneak peeks over him replacing Gucci Gang with Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain, Poopy Brain. Now look, I don't have a problem with people making trailers to show what they're working on. Even I do that at times. In fact, he's actually done that in some of his older videos, even if they are very horrifying. It's just the one problem I have with these trailers is that it feels a little bit overhyped, if you get what I'm saying. Now here's what I think he could do to fix this. Instead of posting video after video, he could just do one trailer and then upload the actual video either a few days later or the time period that the trailer says the video is going to come out. And he has done that before, more specifically in his parody for Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. And that's pretty much it. That's literally the only example that I could think of. And then after the actual parody is uploaded, he can leave the trailer unlisted. Or even better, he could just have the trailer as a Twitter post to not clog up his uploads. Number 2. Less is more. Another thing that could have led to his channel dying is that he's adding and removing so many different types of videos on his channel. One of the first different types of videos on his channel was called Butthurt Comments, in which he reads some of the comments that were left on his parodies. Now these type of videos aren't that bad, in fact they actually do go well with Bart's personality, but unfortunately the series ended somewhere during or after his parody of Jacob Sartorius' sweatshirt. And it's sad really, because these series of videos were actually really funny. And that's because these series of videos actually show how some people can't take a joke when it comes to parodies. But unfortunately, he had to remove it for some reason, one way or another. And that term, removing, goes way more further than you think. Because now, whenever you look up Butthurt Comments Bart Baker on YouTube, the only results that you'll get are re-uploads. And that makes me want to ask, why? Why did he have to end it for some reason? Well, I think I know the answer. It's probably because of another series he had on his channel, titled Baked. I don't really know how to explain the series properly, but let's just say it's a YouTube version of Tosh.0, and I do mean that. In fact, it basically is what I just said. It's just a YouTube version of Tosh.0. Of course, you have all the teaser videos, and then you have official audio videos for some reason that go on for 10 minutes long. I know Bart is just bringing new things to his channel so that way it stays fresh for a while, but it just seems like a lot of the stuff he's doing on here is just a hit and miss. And here's what I think he could do to fix this. For one, the schedule needs to be based around his parodies. If he wants parodies to still be the main focus on his channel, that needs to be what the schedule should be focused on. And then, maybe about a week after the parody gets uploaded, he could do a video about Butthurt Comments. And then, maybe about a week or two after that gets released, he could do another episode in his Baked series. But that's just what I think he should do. He could change the schedule however he likes. Number 3. Advertisement. Sometime around 2016 to 2018, Bart's channel was under fire, and simply put, because of his content, he was going to have his channel taken down soon. Which means he couldn't make money off of those videos, and no money equals no parodies, because of how much he needs to buy and put into these videos. In order to combat this, he got himself some advertisements, mainly from a program called Brave. If you don't know what Brave is, it's basically Google Chrome 2.0, but it's mainly focused on security and privacy. I would like to go more into it since it is more secure than Google Chrome, but this isn't a Brave review. This is a Bart Baker review. So what does Brave have to do with Bart? Well, he's been promoting it non-stop on his YouTube, on his Twitter, and I'm pretty sure his Instagram as well. Not to mention, his second channel, simply titled Bart, has Brave's desktop icon as his profile picture. I don't mind people having things that they like as their profile pictures, but when your profile picture is basically the thing that you're promoting, that's pretty sad. And a lot of people seem to think that this is a bad move on Bart, and I wouldn't blame him. He's basically turned his social media into a marketing ploy for Brave. So here's what I think he should do. Don't promote it way too often. You could still be sponsored by Brave, just at least have the sponsorship at the end of a parody or something, and not have it be a separate video. That's like with like begging, subscribing begging, and donation begging. Just put that stuff all the way to the end. You could still keep it, just put it to the end. Number 4. Little Clorox. And finally, the last thing that I want to bring up that could have killed Bart's channel is his side character, Little Clorox. If you don't know who Lil Clorox is, he's basically Bart Baker just as a SoundCloud rapper. And I do mean it by that, this is literally Bart Baker in disguise. His YouTube channel at the moment is a little at over 58,000 subscribers. I don't know if this is just him doing it as a parody, but it seems like he's taking this a little bit too seriously. In fact, in one of his videos, he says that he is sponsored by Lil Clorox. So simply put, he's saying that Bart Baker is sponsored by Bart Baker.
This video is brought to you by Lil Clorox. Subscribe now and hit that bell so you don't miss the best music videos on YouTube.
Now, for the sake of this video, let's say he's taking this seriously. Let's say he's actually trying to be serious about his Lil Clorox persona. Well, if that's the case, it's a pretty hypocritical persona for him. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in his now deleted parody of Kanye West's Bound 2, he made a joke about Kanye thinking he's Jesus and dressing up and posing like Jesus.
And I think that I am the Black Jesus. Why you think I named my new album Yeezus?
But in his Lil Clorox song, Savior, you see him literally crucified on a cross. Now, this part alone makes me still question about if he's trying to be serious about this or not, but he's been promoting it so much on his main account. So much, in fact, that he dresses out the videos as if they are official videos on his Bart Baker channel, but all they just do is link you to the video on his Lil Clorox channel. It's just really, really sad. So how should Bart fix this? Well, he should just keep the Lil Clorox music on his main channel. He has done original music before, and he's made an entire album before Lil Clorox, simply titled Celebrities. So if he could keep that on his main channel, he should also keep Lil Clorox on his main channel. Plus, at least he'll add some more, at least interesting content to your channel. If Bart is somehow, some way watching this, please understand that I don't want your channel to die. I actually do like your content. I just want to see you grow. I want to see you still continuing your channel to this very day. Still doing your actually hilarious parodies. But at this point, your channel is, let's just say, falling from grace, so take whatever I said with a pinch of salt. Hey everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video from beginning to end. I personally enjoyed making it, so I hope you enjoyed it too. Big thank you to my good friends Lemon/Anaka64 for again helping me with this video. If some of you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you're gonna like some of the other videos I have on this channel, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for that. Speaking of which, we just hit 75,000 subscribers, which is just insane. I can't believe how far this channel has come when it came to making videos. So I would just like to take the time to say thank you all for making this channel the way it is. And if some of you are wanting to donate to me, you can go over to my Ko-fi page in the description below. So with that all said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.